Hi guys, I hope that you're all safe and well. I'm just coming on to do the tarot Facebook card reveals for you all. So this week I was working with the fabulous Wandering Star Tarot, which is actually one of my favorite tarot decks to be sort of using. So let's have a little look. Let's see what the results and the reveals are. And hopefully these will make a little bit of sense for you. So, as we're going into card one, we're going into the energy of the Temperance. Now, with the Temperance card, it just sort of says here to the side, like guidance, healing, moderation, and balance. Really, I see the Temperance card as like spiritual awakenings, spiritual investments. It's a real time to keep it real. It's a real time to take ownership for what you want, for what you want to kind of bring into your life, bring into your world. For a lot of people with the Temperance card, this is like kind of a feeling of sometimes feeling a bit caught between like a spiritual side of life and more of a conventional, physical, maybe muggle way of being, and almost wanting to just really throw yourself in at the deep end. But there's some fear, there's some worry, there's some uncertainty about the future. And what I really feel like with this Temperance card, this is about investment, this is about rising. This is actually a time for you to rise, to stand, and to be part of something bigger than perhaps you ever thought was like possible. So if you're holding yourself back, if you've got a version of what you want your life to be or what you want to sort of experience, but you're a little bit unsure, can I really have that? Can I be part of that? Can my world really become that? Absolutely, 100% your world can be whatever you want it to be, but it's being brave enough to push through the fear, to push through the boundaries, the limitations, and think, I deserve something of better quality. So if you're feeling stuck, if you know what you want to be doing, but you're thinking of all these things that could go wrong or potentially might not work or whatever, turn the headspace off, turn the ego off a little bit and feel into the heart. And if it feels right in the heart center, go after it, do it, throw yourself in at the deep end, take a risk, step out of your comfort zone, because the Temperance card is encouraging that growth. It wants to sort of bring you in alignment to your complete self so that you can receive something of better quality, higher purpose, higher value. We're in this world for such a short space of time, and you don't want to be wasting it. You don't want to be resenting it as well. Sometimes with the Temperance card, it can feel like we're resenting aspects of life because we're making do, we're getting by. And essentially, if you don't like your story, if you don't like the chapter that you're on, be brave enough to change it. You don't have to accept it. That's a choice that you might be buying into, or feeling that you're not kind of left with any other option, but there's always another option. And sometimes it's being brave enough to just think, sod it, I'm going to do this, I'm going to see what happens. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. And you know what your qualities, you know what your skills are. So if things weren't to sort of work out, or if they weren't to maybe go in the way you'd want them to, at least you can say you gave it a damn good try. But if you never actually step out of the starting block, how can you really know what can become available for you? So it's time to rise, it's time to invest, it's time to take that leap of faith and gently sort of move forward. And if you are fearful of this, just go after those hopes and dreams, because no one's going to say to you, it's your time for this. You've got to create that time, and the Temperance knows that. Now, as we're moving into card two, if you were drawn to card two, we're going into the energy of the Five of Cups. Five of Cups, for some of you, you might be kind of getting met with the January blues at the moment. Maybe some of you are feeling a little bit fed up, a little bit brought down, a little bit frustrated by aspects of life, the things that are going on, the battles, the hurdles, just the heaviness that maybe you're personally going through, or that you might be feeling around as a collective. Because even though some people are very open and optimistic for January, there is also quite a lot of heaviness going on at the moment, I'm not going to lie, because I keep feeling waves of up and down energy myself. This card just says loss, leaving, sorrow and grief. And basically with the Five of Cups, this is about actually starting to look at the blessings, starting to look at these cups that still stand, that add purpose and value, as opposed to the ones that are sort of feeling like they're spilling over and what you're losing, And everything in life is temporary, so we have to harness it for as long as it's accessible. But this is almost like stepping out of that depression, that heaviness, that overwhelmment that some of you might be going through. And it's looking at the bigger picture. And, you know, there's a castle in the distance, there's new opportunities, there's new beginnings, there's new magic, there's new adventures to be had. But, you know, if you're going to sort of stay wallowing in this space, you'll never go on to receive those new adventures, those new experiences, those new memories that can be possible, you know. And if you are going through grief, then absolutely it's important to grieve, it's important to heal from that. But one thing I can tell you very strongly is your loved ones don't want you to be punishing yourself, you know, and you probably will feel your loved ones a heck of a lot more when you start living, when you start having great experiences, when you start actually allowing yourself to be present within the world again. And I know for some people that's not an easy decision and that's not an easy choice, and it can be very hard, but your loved ones want you to be happy. You know, they don't want the heaviness, they don't want the self-punishment. They want you to be happy, they want you to move forward, to take all the great memories with you, but moving on. That really comes in quite matter of fact, quite strongly here. So it's time to move forward. It's time to leave the negative things behind, take the blessings, take the great things that do exist, and push on, move forward with your life. And again, it's about being open to new experiences. Life may never be the same as it once was, but it doesn't mean that what follows has to be negative, or it doesn't have to be bad. So it's being open to focusing on new versions of life, new versions of happiness that can work for you. A lot of these cards are coming in with a similar message actually, which is quite interesting. And finally, if you've been drawn to card 3, we're going into the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is also interesting. Some of you might be feeling quite entrapped. Some of you might be feeling quite overwhelmed with life. Some of you might be feeling like, you know, you're carrying way too much weight on your shoulders. And it just says around the edge here, burdens, demands, feeling overloaded. And Ten of Wands is about lightening your load. It's like looking at what you're holding on to. Do you need to be carrying 10 wands with you? Maybe some of these branches or these wands have become dead wood. Maybe we really only need to be carrying maybe 5 of these things, or even 3 of these things. And the other stuff we can throw into the fire. We can burn it, we can let it go, we can release it from our energy. Don't hold on to yesterday's problems because they don't serve, they don't benefit you, you know. So it's really, really important here to be open, to be honest, be truthful with yourself. And what are you carrying? What are you taking forward with you into this year? Does it add value? Does it add purpose? Does it matter? Or are you ready to walk away from it and think, do you know what? I'm going to draw that energetic line in the sand. I'm going to throw that wand away because it doesn't add purpose. It doesn't add value. It doesn't change anything from the past. You know, there's that side of things as well. So this is a really, really important time to be truthful, to be honest, to look at energetically what you're carrying, but also physically. It might be for some of you, this could be a time to physically release things and physically let go of items, possessions, maybe connections around you as well that don't work for you anymore. But anything that causes, you know, heaviness or burdens or stress or drama, let it go, let it be, and watch your world flourish and change for the better. And you'll feel so much lighter, so much brighter, that the pathway moving forward will be a lot more easier to negotiate. So an interesting set of cards this week. I think some of us are definitely feeling stuck in that January sort of blues energy. That's coming in quite a lot at the moment. But stay focused on where you want to be rather than maybe with the realities of what's currently going on around you. And I think positive change is on the horizon, definitely. So I'm going to leave these with you. I hope they resonate. I hope they make a little bit of sense. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous. I'm looking forward, this week I'm doing some teaching for Witches Runes on Zoom. So looking forward to that. Just a reminder, the 20% off is continuing on all the voicemail readings until the end of the month. And next week I will be, is it next Saturday? I think it is, pretty sure. 21st, I'm going to be at the Rowan's sort of Spirit Tree Fair in Castle Combe. I have a couple, I think I've got 3 afternoon spaces free if you want to book face-to-face readings there. £30 for half an hour. Be great to see you. Done that event quite a few times and it's a fantastic day. So really looking forward to being there with my bits and pieces. and Mum will also be there with her stall as well. So some exciting things in the pipeline. So look after yourselves, stay safe, stay well, keep shining, and I will see you all very soon. Love and blessings. Bye for now.